What's going on, people? We are back again with another video, and this one right here is all about Anali and Clayton. And the last time we saw them, Clayton decided to talk about how he was not getting any action from his woman to his friend, and also in front of his friend's woman as well, which was definitely a very uncomfortable situation for Anali. But now this is the next day, and Anali has decided to confront him and ask him, hey, why would you do that? And of course, Clayton had to defend himself. So we're about to get into that in a second. Before we do that, please do hit that like button as well as that subscribe button. But with that being said though, just to begin this video off itself in particular, we're going to start off with myself narrating exactly what Anali said. And as you can see here, she starts off by saying, the first thing you talked about with your friends, and continues by saying your first conversation was about intimacy. Interesting. Okay. And then continues by saying, but you know, I'm a little more conservative. And that is something that is very abundantly clear. And to be fair with you, because he knows that, he shouldn't be putting his woman in that position. So therefore she continues by saying, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. Rightly so. Anybody would feel uncomfortable in a situation where their partner is telling some stranger, hey, well, it's a stranger to her, isn't it, really and truly? And technically stranger to him, but it's the first time he's seen his friend. But to tell him that his woman isn't giving him it's just funky as hell. But also on top of that, right here now, I've got to play it here because I'm not too sure who's speaking now. I don't know if it's him or her. I think this is now Clayton responding.
Pero solo es, soy persona que habla de lo que está en mi mente. Al azar pensé en sexo.
That is going to be the dumbest thing I heard in my life. Literally, you know, I just had to talk about something random, so I decided to talk about intimacy. Right, so you decided to talk about your private life with your woman. That is strange. But of course, he continues here by saying, I have this on my mind, you know, he's my best friend, you know. It's the most ridiculous thing. So because it's on your mind and because he's your best friend, you decided to talk about it in front of your woman. And he goes, so therefore we talk. Anali responds by saying, but at least not when I'm there. And that is true. End of the day, if you're going to chat your business, but don't do it when I'm there, because all you're doing is embarrassing me. But at the same time though, should anyone be speaking about their partner in a negative way? Now that's the question, isn't it? Now I would say in this context, maybe yes, because obviously he's about to marry the girl. So he's got to make sure that his choices are in the right place and not in the wrong place. So getting someone else's opinion is definitely crucial, but you can still have the conversation in a way where you're not trying to be disrespectful to your woman. Do you know what I mean? The way he went about it, it was very disrespectful. Obviously, there's other ways you can go about it where you can just be like, hey, bro, like this was happening right now and I'm not too sure what's going on. Like, what's your advice? You know, in a respectful way, you know, rather than the way he was kind of like slamming her down, making her feel like as if she's, you know, a complete So sometimes in life, people have to analyze how they say things, you know what I mean? And he's someone that has no people skills. So therefore, when he says things, he's definitely not aware of how he's saying them and how they impact others. But hey, it is what it is.
Yo al menos.
I'm sorry, honey.
Me siento bien de que Clayton me haya pedido disculpas, pero lo que dijo realmente fue muy grosero y me siento muy molesta.
Listen, 1000% she should be bothered about it. To be honest with you, I don't know if the apology is enough for me personally, but it is what it is.
Just a lot of things going on. Like, you guys aren't having sex. Not only that, but this whole not telling her dad thing is also causing her to essentially hide you from her life.
And nobody wants to be in a relationship where you feel like you're being hidden by your partner. Make that make sense. There's no sense behind that. So of course he's got to bring up the conversation again about the whole father situation, because boy, I wouldn't marry someone knowing that I'm being hidden from their family. Like, I would feel like I'm disrespecting them. Like, I'd rather meet them for them to disrespect me rather than marry her and then to feel like I'm going to disrespect them. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'd rather them be in the wrong rather than me be in the wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? Unagi, salmon skin roll.
Is be like, hey, Anali, you need to do it kind of like now-ish, or I'm going to do it myself. But I think that would just not end well, and she would threaten or actually break it off.
I think
he definitely shouldn't be worried about her breaking off. He should be worried about being respected. Being respected matters more than her leaving you, bro. Come on now.
the reason behind all of these things happening is she also has some uncertainty about you. I just don't want to see you hurt, man. I think you need to take some time to reflect yourself what an ideal marriage and lifelong commitment would look like to you.
Solid, 100%, 100%. But let's get into it, because now he decides to ask Anali.
La cosa con tu papá, ¿cómo? ¿Por qué me miras?
If looks could kill, looks could kill. But anyway, let's continue. Because I think that you're ready
que tú ya entendiste y no necesito repetirlo otra vez.
Dices, tiene sentido. Voy a hablar con mi papá cuando quiera. Ok, so cuando quiera. Nunca, no hazlo.
I mean, listen, for me personally, he's in every right to ask her the question. He's in every right of saying, do it now or don't do it at all or whatever. He has every right, every freaking right.
¿Quieres arruinar mi cena en serio?
Estamos al punto de casarnos y tu papá ya no sabe. Una antes de que sepa.
¿Le estás deseando la muerte?
You know what? As soon as he said that, I knew that she was going to give that response. Anything to divert from the conversation, she's going to take it.
Chiqui, estoy diciendo que no hay razón para no decir.
Pero ya...
Años y media no es suficiente.
Ya, Clayton, estás arruinando mi cena y ya no...
Nobody cares about your freaking dinner. It's been 2 years, and your man is still hidden from your dad. Forget the dinner being ruined. There's more important things here. Come on. Do you want to marry the guy or not? But if you do, then come on, pay attention.
Tengo hambre. Pero también es alguien muy protector, sobreprotector, sobrepiensa las cosas y tenerme lejos.
I have no idea why.
Listen, her dad could be as protective as he wants to be, but at the end of the day, she cannot hide her husband to be forever. That's the bottom line. And let's not forget though, from what I remember, the dad doesn't even know that she's there on a permanent basis. I'm pretty sure the dad thinks she's there on a certain basis, isn't she? I'm pretty sure that was the case as well, yes. So how is she gonna get married to him and then find an excuse of why she's still in America like years later or months later, longer than she was meant to be? You see what I'm saying?
Anali is crying about this, you know, it makes me wonder if there's something else going on. Like, is she in danger? Like, why is she so worried about it that she's crying? Like, she seems scared.
You know what though? Trust Clayton to think of that. Like, is she in danger or something like that? That's crazy though. Listen, anyone else? I'd like to imagine that the average person would think that maybe she's cheating on him, maybe she's got somebody else, or maybe she's just using it for a green card. This guy isn't looking to think about whether she's cheating on him or whether she's using him. He's thinking maybe she's in danger because he wants an excuse of her to stay in his life because he doesn't want her to leave that bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, think about it. Like we know that he wants her in his life no matter what because he has nothing else going on for him, right? So of course he's not going to think about things that could involve a breakup. He's going to think about things that doesn't involve a breakup. He's going to think of things that involve maybe him helping her and saving her and being her hero. And he would love nothing but then to appear as a hero, wouldn't he? But he'd probably use that as leverage for the rest of their lives, to be honest with you. Gives me that kind of vibe a little bit, you know what I mean? But listen, as far as I'm concerned, I think right now when it comes to Anali, she's only showing traits of somebody that is there to use him for a green card rather than traits of someone who's there because she wants to be with him. Because I've tried to give her excuses before on the benefit of the doubt, but in this scenario itself in particular, yeah, it's a bit of a sticky one still. Him not meeting the father is just weird to me. Very, very weird to me. It's been 2 years. Come on, how much longer are you going to take? And the fact that she's gone out of her way to marry somebody who doesn't want to introduce her to her dad is very, very strange, personally, for a woman, in my opinion. Men don't care so much. Women usually care about this stuff. But hey, you guys let me know exactly what you're thinking down below in the comment section. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.